Let us discuss about different types of paints in this class based on the surface. When we talk about the different surfaces, like we have wall, metal, wood, glass, etc. On wall, we apply wall paints, OBD, that is called oil bound distemper, acrylic emulsion paints, putty paints, then wall primer, lime wash for sealing, or some cheap domestic paints, etc. We can apply on metal different types of paints like yard drying enamels, stoving enamels, nitrocellulose based fast drying lacquers, that is especially meant for automotive finishes, then industrial stoving enamel for OEM products, that is original equipment manufacturing products. And then we have got the 2-pack chemical resistance epoxy paints, similarly 2-pack polyurethane paints. Then we have various primers, primer surfacer, oil and glassy putty, then nitrocellulose, then stoving putty, etc. On wood, we apply clear or clear varnish, that is either yard drying type or the 2-pack type, like in the case of melaminized glossy clear, then polyurethane clear, then we have got a wood filler like sanding sealer, then wood stainer, then as I already suggested, the clear coat melaminized glassy, which is available in the 2-pack system. Now, when we talk about these epoxy paints, normally we use a 2-pack system. That is, the finish has epoxy, and the other one, that is, the hardener, will be having either amine or amide. So, by 2-pack, that is, by mixing these 2 packs, they get cured. We are able to get the cross linking. And such kind of 2-pack epoxy paints are used on industrial flooring, and it is also used in anti-slip coating, especially on ship decks, etc. So, in fact, let me exhibit some of the important paints for your better understanding. Now we have got the paints, as I already suggested, this can be for interiors or for exteriors. So when we talk about the exterior paints, we have got the emulsion paints, textured paints, then cement paint, etc. And for interior, we have got the distempers on walls, then lustrous paints, then we have got the enamel and emulsion also. And on metals, we apply enamels, and based on the drying, we have got yard drying or stoving or 2-pack curing type. Then we have got wood finish. So likewise, based on the surface, we can classify the type of paints. And based on the glass level also, we have got various types of finishes. For example, the lowermost is the dull one, the uppermost is the highly shiny one. So the dull finish is flat, it's called flat finish, and eggshell, that is, it will be having a light sheen like eggshell. Then satin finish, it will be having somewhat better shining, then semi-glossy, and finally glossy. So based on the that is the functional purpose, of course sometimes it may be for aesthetic purpose also. For example, when you apply any paint on a water bottle, most of the people, they prefer that is a flat type of paint, or matte finish or eggshell finish, so that you will have better grip of bottle. So based on the end application, the type of finish can also vary. And let me once again explain further about these different levels of glass. For example, flat means almost a dead matte. So it provides a very smooth and subtle finish, and there is no sheen at all. Especially, that is, it will be useful for, that is, to hide the imperfections of a wall. So we use such type of camouflage paints to hide the wall imperfections. And it is very difficult. In fact, there is a problem with the flat paint or textured paints. It is difficult to clean, and especially for repainting, we had to completely remove. So this is the kind of problem with the texture finish or flat paints. And touching up is also a little bit difficult here. Then of course it is the best for low traffic rooms. Then eggshell finish, it offers an elegant but low sheen finish. It has got a little more washable than flat sheens, and it is acceptable for any room. For it is applicable for bedroom or living room, etc. Then it provides satin finish provides an elegant finish. There will be a soft sheen, but it reflects light, and it is ideal for more active rooms. And it's used in indoors as well as outdoors. Cleaning is easier, especially for hospitals. This kind of satin finish can be used so that it can be easily cleaned with scrubbing. Then semi-glossy finish. Semi-glossy finish, it has got a better sheen and it also reflects light, and it is ideal for high traffic areas. And it has got that is great that is provision for trim, doors, molding, cabinets. So it is ideally suitable for such kind of surfaces or substrates. And as I already suggested, the cleaning is easily done with scrubbing. So naturally, such type of paints are applicable on hospital walls. Then we have got gloss, very high, glossy paints, and it offers very high sheen high shine finish, and it is ideal for surfaces for that is which require frequent washing, and it is best used on trim and wooden work, but it can be used on walls also. Now let me discuss some more aspects about the different levels of glass, and which will be the ideal place for selecting the appropriate type of finish. For example, for as far as kitchen is concerned, you can go for eggshell finish, satin finish, or semi-glossy, so that you can frequently clean the walls. And especially bathroom, also you can apply eggshell, satin, semi-gloss. And a hallway, better eggshell and satin. And for bedroom, go for matte. And of course, some people prefer eggshell and satin. Then for kids room, that is it can be ideal, that is satin and semi-glossy. And for living room, matte and eggshell is ideal, so that you will have minimum reflection of light. And in a dining area, you can go for eggshell, satin and semi-glossy. And usually for ceiling, you have to apply matte paints only. And for cabinets, you can use semi-glossy or glossy. And for any trim and furniture, go for glossy or semi-glossy finishes. Okay, right. Now let me explain about the wooden finish. The wooden finish, generally they are all transparent coatings. They can be seen through can be seen through. There is no hiding, and you are able to enjoy the natural beauty of the wood strain, like teak wood, then other type of wood, etc. Especially the examples are varnish, shellac, lacquer, PU clear, melaminized clear, etc. And in the case of this is called penetrating finish. It means that is it soak into the wood rather than just coat. So for the wooden furniture or wooden that is articles of antique value can be finished with linseed oil or Danish oil, so that it will soak. Oil is soaked almost, so that it will be an everlasting finish also. And similarly, you can apply opaque finishes that hides the surface completely. And in this case, you could have seen some that is rubber woods and other woods, plywoods can be painted with enamel paint, or that is normal solid colors also. Now, painting on metal is done very systematically. For example, let me consider the 5 is the steel, that is the component, okay, so over which we are going to give a coat. And the first thing is probably they may go for galvanized coating, GI, and if it is a GI coated, or some people they go for tourniquet coated also. okay, and over which we had to give a zinc phosphate pre-treatment. It is called metal pre-treatment, and it's a separate process that involves a degreasing, derusting, and that is a phosphating followed by that passivation. It's a separate process. It's called metal pre-treatment process. So such type of coating, these are all inorganic coating. So it is given, it acts as an, it improves the adherence and also anti-corrosion property also. Then over which we had to apply the primer, and finally they give the top coat. In those days they used to give primer followed by primer surfacer and top coat and glass coat. So likewise they go on increasing the coating thickness by giving different layers for particular purpose. But nowadays they have reduced the cost by reducing the number of layers. Then um, normally for a primer, if it is a metal, they offer a red oxide metal primer or zinc bromide primer. Okay. Then um, for uh, uh, for exclusive articles, they used to give chemical resistance epoxy primers also. So based on the need and based on the requirement, based on the specification, and the based on the type of component where it is going to be used, the type of coating will also change.